Hi, I'm Abby, and today I'm going to make a video to talk about something that has come to mind this week, and I'm not really sure how to start by describing what that is. It has a lot to do with what it is that you're truly looking for in life, really knowing how to follow through with what it is that you want to achieve with your life. I think it's a very important thing to discuss. I would say, so it's kind of hard for me to know how to begin this. I'm just trying to think of, I don't know, I'm just not quite ready to make this video maybe. I'm just going to take a drink. Alright, so let me try this again. So I'm going to tell you that right now I am working on developing a manual to go with my Reiki attunement video. This is something that I've been wanting to accomplish for a while now. So I've had a video that attunes you to Usui Reiki for a couple years, and I never completed the manual to go with the attunement, which you need to have a manual if you're going to have an attunement video. So shame on me for not getting this done, but I do have a lot to juggle in my life, so I have excuses. We all have excuses for not doing the things that we know we should be doing inside, and that is the whole point. And so I'm going to need the spirit world to help me with this one, because I'm kind of, I didn't really know what was going to happen today. It's been a weird day. So the first thing that they show me, this is quite interesting. This whole video may be about something totally different. I don't even know it yet. But, so this symbol is something they've been showing me a lot lately, and it surprises me because it is a Christian symbol, and it doesn't exactly mean what it would to a Christian, but so it is, I'll just draw it on the screen just like this, so that, and then that, so it's a cross, see? But it is very, it's symbolic of something, but they keep showing it to me. But then there's a circle right there in the center of it, so you have a T, and then you have a circle. And I'm waiting for them to show me what they want me to tell you about this. Give me just a minute here. They're showing sacrifice. What is sacrifice? Making sacrifices for the things that you want. It's very interesting. It's interesting because I was raised a Catholic, and I'm a spiritual person, and I don't go to church. I don't relate to going to church. I am a connection with all spirits. I am a connection with the infinite universe. I am part of all dark and all light. I am a part of all of the lights of creation. I can choose to vibrate at a low level, or I can choose to vibrate at a high level, and I can choose who I want to interact with in the spirit world, or even in the human world. You have a choice. And so to see the symbols is fascinating, because it makes me think about Christianity. Jesus sacrificing himself for us is the message that they relay. And I'm not a big fan of the symbol of torture. I find that to be a symbol of torture. I don't agree that human beings need to worship what is a very disgusting death. I think people need to worship what is a gift of life, and not that. So hold on, let me see what they have to say next. This is exciting. Let's just see what happens. Let's see where this goes. Okay, so they say that, let me just let this, I just want the camera to roll for a minute to make sure I understand correctly. So hold on. So I am allowing them to speak to me in here. So they're showing me images here, and then I relay what the image is, but then They also share information in my heart, and it's sort of, my spirit guides are sort of, I'm absorbing like a sponge what they're saying to me, and so as a sponge, then the information translates its way into here. So let's start back with this cross with the circle, a symbol of sacrifice, and the whole point of the discussion is to talk about how is it that we achieve our goals in life. Let me see what they say next. Okay, Spirit World, I allow you to share the next part of the message with me about sacrifice and the symbol and what that means exactly. You're talking to me about me honoring myself and what it is that I choose to accomplish in my own life. It's interesting when they do this. It's always about me. Let's see what else they say. Okay, they're telling me that that I try to accomplish this video myself, to share something that just comes from within me, but I do not have the confidence to talk about it, and that's why they have intervened to help me share the message. And so I'm gonna let them inspire me to share the message. They say that so there's a lot that I hold inside that I don't talk about. And a lot of the stuff that I hold inside I need to talk about. That is actually good for the messages that I relay in my videos, for me to share my personal experiences. So they're telling me that I should talk more about the manual that I'm working on. Alright. I'm still not convinced I'm going to share this video, but I might. I'm just kind of seeing what happens. So I keep seeing what is watching me from afar, but they are not far away at all. They're right here with me, and it's sort of like pushing them away, but I can't push them away because they're so near to me. That is the only way I can describe the message right now that is coming to me. They keep showing me that I'm not alone here, that there's always somebody here with me. Like in a kind way, in a loving way, in a way that is to help me accomplish my goals. So they're saying that that is true for everybody, that we don't realize how we are surrounded by those who love us, spiritual beings who are always right there ready to help us accomplish our goals. And so he is showing me that he is here to help me accomplish my attunement manual, that he's been waiting for me for a very long time to accomplish this, to choose to be ready to accomplish this. And that is what he's saying right now. So I'm just going to have brief pauses to allow information to flow. So this is channeling. This is me talking to the spirit world. This is me interacting with the spirit world. So we'll see what they have to say next. So the message is that So it is energy that is embracing me with love right now, and just loving me. That's it. That is the spirit world right now. Just sharing love with me, allowing me to perceive that they are here with me to help me accomplish my goals, and that this is not just me, but this is every human being. That every human being has the spirit world sharing love with them at all the time. Whether you feel it or not, they say, we share love with you is what they say. It says, whether you feel it or not, we are there and we share love with you all the time. And then I see red. It is a red swirl of energy that is wrapping me in like a blanket of love. And they want all human beings to know that they are all always being wrapped in a blanket of love by the spirit world. Only the human mind prevents you from knowing that truth. Only the human mind does. The human mind does not allow you to know that you are loved all the time. That's what they say. So they say that your goals are not hard to achieve, and that symbol of sacrifice is not the true image of it. That is the human mind. That symbol right there is the human mind's interpretation of sacrifice. They actually say there is no such thing as sacrifice. There's no such thing as challenge, because literally they say we are always here. We are always here in your hands, in your feet, in your heart. We are all a part of each other. We are part of your soul. We are all here helping you. There is no such thing as sacrifice. There is no nightmare that we cannot help you with, they say. There is no such thing as challenge. Only this. Only this is what tells you that there is challenge. Only a human mind tells you that there is challenge. So let's see what else they say. Tell me to slow down so that they can be closer to me, to share something more profound. So I'm just going to relax more. So I'll have to do a silly stare, but but that is part of what channeling is in my world. Relaxing my human body and then allowing my soul to connect with other souls. This is an existence that is at a very high vibration. This is not an existence that is going down and down and down. This is a high vibration. So let's see what they have to say. I never know what's gonna happen. This is probably gonna get so weird. Alright, so this is the part where I speak to the spirit world and then I allow them to relax me and we'll see what happens. Okay, so universe, I allow you to share wisdom through me related to this topic, which is to help human beings develop a more spiritual awareness on how they can achieve their dreams. And so at this moment, I allow you to enter me with truth that is at a very high vibrational level, to share wisdom that is only profound and at a high frequency that would be meaningful to anyone who watches this video. So I allow you to share wisdom through me now. And I feel confident and I trust you. Okay. So they say I show me my hand and they hold out my hand. So I'm just putting my palms up in my lap right now. And we'll see what else they say. They ask me if I know who I'm channeling right now. And they show me what he looks like with his star. And so that is very meaningful to me. That I would be channeling an entity, that I would be channeling this entity. I'm just trying to keep composure here. Dang it. Okay, so he tells me that inspiration, he talks about what love is, and he says that human beings who they're challenged to accomplish you see what happens when you channel entities? It's a beautiful thing. That is what these tears are. These are beautiful. Those are, that is love that I feel, that makes me cry. And he says that inspiration, and he shows me all the images that I just talked about. And he talks about what love is. And he says that love is the inspiration, that it is a world without love is torture. A world without love is the nightmare. A world without love is what we are worshiping here with this. That is a world without love that we worship. That is not Jesus. That is the symbol of torture. That cross is the symbol of torture. That's what he says. This has nothing to do with Jesus. He says that he wants to make that very clear, that this message has nothing to do with Christianity and has nothing to do with Jesus. That is what he says to me. But he is talking very strictly about what the image of the cross is, the image of torture, he says. And that is not, that is actually a symbol for humanity. He says the symbol of torture is what we endure every single day. Human beings do. And he says that I endure it. And that is a world without love that endures that. This stinks. I can't tolerate his messages are too meaningful. I'm trying to be professional here. But that is true. That is true. It is not just me. It is everybody. I point my finger because that is you too. It is everybody. That is everybody that endures life like this. Here on this planet. That is the purpose. That is the profound message. That is sacrifice. That is not a beautiful thing. And he wants me to slow down again for a minute. And just, he says it's okay to slow down and stop for a minute to compose myself, and then he will share more. So what he's showing is that what love is to dry everybody's tears here. That is what love is. It dries everybody's tears here. And there is nobody. Jesus. Naturally, I'll have to share this video, although this is challenging. I don't like crying. This isn't how I enjoy sharing messages, but he is showing a symbolic message. He says that there is nobody to dry my tears. That is the same for everybody, because everybody feels this. Everybody feels that here. That is the way it is. So, you can relate to that. Everybody can relate to that. I don't think this message is something we cannot relate to or understand. And so, let's see what he said that, so early on I was talking about, what I saw was, he was far away, but there was no distance between where I see him And that was Star Guy. So I have a painting that I did of Star Guy, but I don't have it over here. And for me to get it, I'm gonna have to walk and go get it. So I have to just turn this off for a minute, and then I'll come right back so I can share it with you. Okay, so I'm back, and so I was going to tell you what he looks like, and I've talked about what he looks like in other videos, and so he's kind of like he's always around, and he's obviously very meaningful to me. He is a friend that is invisible. Invisible friends are awesome friends. They never sleep. They're always there. And they love you. Invisible friends are that way. So this is the oil painting I did of Star Guy. That is what it looks like. See? So you can see that he has what is, so this isn't, there's a star there on his third eye. And there's a spiral there over his chest. And he is dark, but he is light too. And so he is a shadow. Every time I see him, he is always dark, complete dark. But he's fat. That does not disturb me. And I think it is hilarious because darkness does not mean evil. I had perceived it to mean evil at one time, and I was incorrect on that. And I'm perfectly fine owning up to my errors. But he is what is darkness that is so dark that it is blinding light. And it's quite fascinating because I discover that what is our human eyes, what they see is not the same as what a spirit would see, for instance. And so our understanding of what is light and what is dark and what are all the colors are not even equivalent to what is actually correct. So, it's quite fascinating that I don't know why. I mean, I just thinking about all human history and how for instance, white human beings are perceived as higher on a frequency totem pole of goodness. Even in Christianity, even in religion, you want white, you don't want black, and even, racism. So don't be racist against my spirit friend. Don't tell me that he's evil. He's not. He's very loving. He's very extraordinary. He is amazing. And he just is dark. He is the energy that is dark light, which his frequency is profound, super high energy. It's not low. You can tell the difference between low vibration and high vibration. You can tell the difference because when you are sad and you want to just hide under your blankets and you don't want to be around people and you want to be sad. You just want to feel. You want to live here. That's where you want to live when you're sad. You want to stay sad. That's what sadness does. But when you're happy, feel like you are going to explode through the ceiling. And that is what his vibration is. He's super. He's not like here. He doesn't make me feel uncomfortable, sad, miserable. So that's Star Guy. That's what I call him, Star Guy, because he has a star right here. Literally just a star, and his star is yellow. But it also is different colors, I've noticed. Sometimes it's green and sometimes it's red. Sometimes it's different colors. So I'm I don't know, just talking, I guess. I don't know why I'm making this video. I think that sometimes the best videos are the ones that I don't know why I'm making them and just see what happens. It feels more spiritually directed. So they're wanting me to talk about my attunement manual and what I've been doing lately. So I did some oil paintings of the symbols that are Reiki, Usui Reiki symbols. I'm going to put those in my manual. And I'm kind of excited to finally get this done because I just put it on the back burner for a really long time. And it's just life, you know, life. It's like, tell me one thing that you really want to accomplish in your life and that it is accomplishable. Like, say you've been saying, I need to take a vacation for the last 5 years. You actually could take a vacation, you know? You should just take a vacation, you know? People say that all the time. People say, I need to take a vacation. Well, why don't you take a vacation? I mean, what is a vacation to you? Is it spending $10,000 and going to Japan? Or is it, you know, just spending, I don't know, just go get a hotel room, a fancy one downtown, and then just have an awesome weekend and just, you know, don't worry about spending $500 on some really fancy dinner and some drinks or something. You know, that could be a vacation too. You need to decide what is a vacation, you know? So this attunement manual is something I perceive that I've been able to accomplish it. I just didn't feel like I was aligned or focused. I don't really know why I haven't, I don't feel like maybe I was ready to yet. That feeling of being ready to accomplish something yet. I don't know what that means exactly. Obviously they want me to talk about this. Maybe then okay, so Spirit World, is there something you could tell us more about the feeling of knowing if you are ready for something or not? Because I think all human beings can relate to maybe not accomplishing something because we don't feel like we're ready to yet. So maybe, you know, okay, so they're connecting with me now. Hold on. It's Star Guy that's going to share a message. He's more than darkness. He shows me he's blue too. He has light filaments throughout his body that are blue streaks, like you know, if you go into hyperspeed in outer space and you see blue streaks, that's like what he's got going on. Blue streaks. Oh, he is hyperspeed, he says. He is hyperspeed. He's super speed. That's why he's so hot, and that's why he's got blue streaks, I guess. I don't know. He said that actually was a good depiction of him. What is that? What is that feeling that tells us we're not ready for something yet? What do you have to say about that? So, I hope you can hear me. I realize sometimes I talk really soft. So he's stepping away from being inside to being outside and looking at me from outside. So I see him here. He is before me. I am here as a human being. I'm talking to you. But I'm also in here, in a world that exists in here with him at the same time. So I'm simultaneously in more than one place at the same time. So we are what is in outer space, and he is before me. I'm standing before him. I'm not a physical body. I'm a spiritual body as I am speaking to him. He's talking about what time is. What is... It's really hard to... I'm in a daydream. I'm looking down because I am allowing the image to process, so it's sort of like I'm in a daydream. So hold on. This may take a minute or two. He's being very kind. Huh. He's just showing me a lot of things. First, he's showing me what is him too. It doesn't look like him. The him I see, the shadowy. He's like a shadow. Would be exactly like a really tall shadow, like 8 feet tall, super shadow. That is in the shape of a man. But in this world, he is different in shape. He's like a tree beard, like a tree man. Looks like a tree. And he has the blue lines, and he's black completely, like oil, but hardened oil. So he's showing me that I've seen him in other forms too. But he shows me what is endless time. So what I'm going to try to describe what he's saying about being ready for something. So soul development is what is readiness. Is your soul in a place that is where it is developed to a point where it is ready to express itself in this way? That is what he says. He says that is what the feeling of being ready or not is. And he said that my soul had not developed enough to feel ready to express itself by creating this attunement manual. He said this whole video is an example of, is one example of my personal life, spiritual life, goals and not accomplishing them. Life as a human being and the challenge of being human and how that gets in the way of experiencing joy. He's showing me that every human being it deals with the same challenges. But the sensation of being ready is he basically says that, again, human emotion, to feel like you are ready for something or not. There is no such thing as ever having to be ready for something or not be ready for something. If you feel like you want to accomplish something but you are not ready for it yet, just stop just wanting to accomplish it, because it is like being born. You can't be pregnant for 3 months out of a 9-month pregnancy and say, I'm ready I'm ready to accomplish this, baby, now. You should be born now. It's not ready to be born yet. It was never ready to be born yet. So if you are not ready yet, then you literally are like 3 months pregnant. It's the only way I can describe it. You are not all the way there yet as a soul. You are bread in the oven that hasn't fully baked yet. You are not there yet. And to want to get there is development, is life. And he just shows me stars, and stars don't ask questions about when about their development. They just exist. They just are light. And that is all. They don't ask questions like we feel like we need things. We feel like we need to accomplish things. And he really is just showing me what patience feels like. And he says everything always happens at the right time, exactly the right time. Even him entering into my life has happened at exactly the right moment when it would be perfect. So like the baby was ready to be born is the time that he entered into my life. And that is how all things are in life. The moment you get a new car is exactly when that was supposed to happen. The moment that some nightmare took place, that was exactly what was supposed to happen and when it was supposed to happen. And but he shows me again that nightmares and tragedies, that they are lessons that we learn from, but that we as human beings, we all can reach our hand out to help others. That is the symbol of we need to be what is love. We need to dry each other's tears. And then there is no more tragedy, there are no more nightmares. And there's only peacefulness and this stars. In love, he says. There's only peacefulness, stars, and love, which is light. He says there's peacefulness, light from stars and love. I'm exhausted. So what does this have to do with my video? This has everything to do with This has everything to do with my goal this weekend to accomplish this attunement manual. And I have felt scared about not getting it done, that I was going to be disappointed in myself. And he said to remember that again, like I said in the beginning, that human beings forget, because of this, that we are always wrapped in what is a red blanket of love that is always spiraling around us. And there's always a hand, a loving hand in the spirit world that is touching mine, that is touching yours, that is touching everybody's. And that loving hand is here to end what is a challenge, to end what is fear, to end what is concern, to end all of the challenges, what we would call the darker parts of life, what is the darker experience of life. And so that is the message, that we are all capable of accomplishing our dreams when we acknowledge that we are not alone, and that love, it is the inspiration that accomplishes the dreams. Love is, when you experience love, suddenly you are powerful. Suddenly you can accomplish anything. When you experience every day here, which is the torture of life here, suddenly accomplishing anything feels like such a heavy burden, such a heavy weight, so exhausting. And like we don't want to try any longer. It's easy to put things that our heart and soul want to accomplish on the side, but not to get discouraged. Just to remember that there are stars in an infinite universe and timelessness, and all things happen at the right time, and that you're never alone. That's what he's saying. I'm very exhausted from this. It is tiring to share his messages, because he's very super. I could take a nap now. Alright, so I'm just gonna say that I'm good now. I don't know what this video is gonna mean to the world, but I hope it means something. And it is just more of me building confidence and sharing a channeled video and sharing a message from the spirit world. And it's kind of odd, it's kind of awkward, but I think it's good. And I'm not afraid to do it differently and just do it in an honest way. So this is exactly what I experienced. There's nothing scary in connecting with the spirit world. I'm like an advocate for making sure everybody knows that. What you do is you tell the universe what it is you want. Exactly. If you say, universe, I want to, I'm not even going to tell you how you can talk to. Just tell the universe you want to talk to the spirit world that is way so profound, so amazing, so intense, so extraordinary, so high frequency. That is the universe you want to talk to. You tell the universe that, and that is what you will get. You'll always get. When you tell the universe that is what your spiritual goal, the universe will always honor that. The universe will also honor if you say, I want to go down into a nightmare. The universe will give you a nightmare if that is what you tell the universe. You don't realize you tell the universe you want a nightmare when you are choosing to be sad and miserable. That is also you telling the universe you want a nightmare. But that's why whenever you feel sad, you need to tell angelic beings to come and help lift your spirits. It's very hard to lift them. your energy is your communication with the spirit world, whether you are directly saying it or indirectly. Indirectly saying that I choose to be miserable, the universe will give you misery. Indirectly saying I am so happy and I feel so blessed by all the things that are gifts in my life, the universe will honor and share even more with you at that profound level, and that is how you experience a beautiful life. By acknowledging joy, by always choosing, no matter what it takes, to be happy, even in the worst of times. And then that is where we all come in to help each other, not to let each other suffer and be miserable. I mean, why didn't somebody go help Jesus? I mean, Jesus, let's just let him sit on a... I mean, it's just so disgusting. I just find that so disgusting. Human beings are okay with being very disgusting towards each other. Cutting up each other, blowing each other's brains out. I mean, that is gross. That is not love at all. That is not joy. That is evil. Those are nightmares. They're just not beautiful. I want to live in a beautiful world. And so, yes, I suppose that is all for right now. I'm going to try and work on my manual some more. We'll see if I can get it done this weekend or not. So, that's all I'm going to say for now. And thank you for watching my video.